fucking retard Biden, Joe Biden. You know, he just stands there looking stupid. They don't say would have made his ass a president. All right. And go ahead.
And Elder Tahar, can I just say one thing to back you up? Now, we were together, me and Elder Tahar, the other day, driving around in the car, and we were it was the so-called anniversary of this so-called the civil rights movement. And the clown, the monkey, Obama, was up there speaking. Me and Elder Tahar was listening to it, and he was giving that so-called speech. And we were laughing, man, and we were getting mad at Jake because he was giving a speech, and most of the people was Jake in the audience. And pretty much, you could see that this guy's a puppet. He was doing a lousy imitation of Martin Luther King. That's what he was doing. And he was speaking, but you could hear that he was mimicking Martin Luther King. That's all he was doing.
Let me say this, and you Jakes that follow Barack Obama, you check out a man's policy, you know? That's all right. That's all right. You check out a man's policy, okay? Or his policies as a president or a congressperson or a senator. You check his policies. You don't look at the guy because he has a nice suit and he pats everybody on the back. That's how you Negroes vote for a president, based upon what he looks like on the outside. You know? Now this guy, like I said, he got his marching orders from the super elite that set him up years ago when he was a young man, or a relatively young man. You can see he got gray hairs now, okay, because he was developed, all right? But anyway, what you Negroes do after going on 5 years of this clown, this monkey doing absolutely nothing but tearing the country down, what do? You see him come along and he speaks somewhere and you clap like seals. I should call you seals, because a seal claps on cue, and you bird-brained monkey-ass Negroes, you clap on cue. That's why we don't bend over backwards trying to wake you up. We're only concerned about the elect, because the rest of you clowns are not going to wake up. All right? Go ahead.
All right, this is the empire of the city. There is an entity that is actively taking over the world right now. Some call it the New World Order, which was so fondly spoken of by Bush Sr. The signs of the New World Order are everywhere. Corporations bear their symbols, and so do our money. Novus Ordo Seclorum, the new order of the world. It is not just for American money, but money in Europe and scattered all over the world as well. Globalist thinking is also encouraged throughout the NWO nations by
globalist thinking. That's something that you Negroes, you bird-brained clapping seals don't understand. You don't understand geopolitics. You don't understand how the world, this country, America, or this corporation, works hand in hand with the other nations of the world. You don't know nothing about finances. You don't know nothing about what real money is.
Bible prophecy.
You don't know nothing about Bible. All you Negroes do is you go to church every Sunday morning, and you quote 2 or 3 scriptures, and you shake your ass, sing and dance, act a goddamn fool, all right, and cook pork, and learn nothing. And then you bird-brained Negroes, you clapping seals. You're talking about 50-year anniversary after the dream speech. Matter of fact, give me that on the dream speech in Jeremiah 23. All right, that's all. Everybody got a dream, man. I had dreams, okay?
That's right.
All you Negroes have dreams.
That's right.
Esau, the white man, the devil, he got dreams.
Animals
have dreams, man. And nigga, you gonna go by one nigga that said he had a dream, and you gonna follow his dream?
That's right.
And now you're talking about 50 years later, we haven't made it, but we almost made it. You ain't made shit, man. Okay? You ain't made a damn thing, man. And then just because they put a black president up there, you haven't accomplished nothing, man. You the same Negro when Bush was in office, when Clinton was in office. All right?
That's right.
That's right. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 25. I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
Well, Obama on that speech that we were listening to, he was, He was pretty much this mimic. He was like mimicking Martin Luther King. But the niggas in the audience, every word, like, that's right, and we're gonna do this, and it's yeah, they were clapping, going crazy.
Didn't you say who wrote the speech?
Yeah, this guy Stanley Levinson, which is a so-called Jew, he wrote the majority of Martin Luther King's speeches, and including, as most say, that famous "I Have a Dream" speech. So he didn't even write that. And if you really listen to this dude Martin Luther King's speeches, you could tell that they were carefully coordinated, carefully written out, and carefully selected language. You know, and it was all rehearsed. So somebody wrote that for him. It was Stanley Levinson. You know, for you Martin Luther King fanatics out there.
Yeah. Y'all thought
circus seals.
Well, that's how they were clapping. Elder Tahar said it when Obama was speaking. That's how them niggas were clapping in the audience. And for you Martin Luther King heads, them speeches were written by the so-called white man. So if this guy's supposed to be he was supposed to be the black messiah back then, y'all thought them speeches really came from his heart, that he wrote them speeches. He ain't read them. A so-called Jew wrote it. Which he worked for the so-called Jews, the Amalekites, which is the Rothschilds, man. He was paid for by the bankers, and the reason they killed him because he reneged on the deal that he made, man. He reneged on the deal that he made. He got a conscience, and he called himself trying to come out and tell the people the truth in a subliminal. Yeah, well, they just wanted to kill his black ass. But he gave that speech, that last speech. He knew he was gonna die. He knew that was when the Lord got tired of him. He knew they was gonna kill him. Elder Tahar is right. We ain't even gonna be nice. He had a conscience. He ain't. Yeah, you know, I retract that statement.
He's a homosexual.
Because he was, first of all, he was a homo, and if he had a conscience, he wouldn't have did what he did to begin with.
Yeah, he sold Jake out.
Basically, what happened? The Illuminati, the bankers got tired of his ass. He outlived his usefulness, and they knew there was he picked up. They were gonna take him out, man, and that's why he made that last speech, man. And so he figured he made a subliminal statement toward Jake because he knew he was gonna get killed anyway. So he figured he was going to try to be defiant, but he didn't come up. If he had a conscience,
there you go.
If he had a conscience, he would have just came straight out.
Told him the truth.
I said, look, y'all the Israelites.
That's it.
But he didn't. But he said it in a subliminal way.
I got a quick precept. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Let's approve what the elders said about Jake, our people being a bunch of clapping seals. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 17. It says, the words of wise men are heard and quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. So that's you Negroes out there, man, with Obama ruling over you, man. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna call y'all the clapping seals. Go back to the article. Globalist thinking is also encouraged throughout the NWO nations by means of propaganda. That's why they're always pushing these different subliminal messages on television. You know, like right now they're pushing that homosexual agenda heavy, that lesbian agenda heavy. You know, because that's all part of this NWO movement. There's certain terminologies that they're pushing out there, you know, to keep your mind bombarded with all this other stuff, so you won't really look upon the real issues at hand. It says, and the people of the nations are kept apathetic and ignorant by a complex system of control.
That's you niggas. You niggas are apathetic as hell. You simple, or as dumb nigga Lahab used to say, docile-minded. Right? I'm just gonna take that phrase from him. He would always use that phrase. You niggas are docile-minded. But y'all are docile-minded, man, because y'all believe the hype, man.
It says a favorite symbol is the all-seeing eye, which is the eye of Horus contained within a triangle. It is sometimes accompanied by a pyramid missing its capstone. Things bearing this symbol include, but are not limited to, the reverse of the Great Seal of the U.S., the back of the dollar bill which bears a Great Seal, the Information Awareness Office, the part of the Department of Defense in charge of developing mass surveillance and intelligence gathering technologies and databases, the logo of the Fidelity Investment, the MI5, even Tolkien's classic personification of evil.